It was recently announced that dexamethasone reduces the mortality rate of COVID-19, and I felt it's very important to put this video out there because major throwback to the Ebola outbreak here in Nigeria. We had about 21 persons hospitalized due to the salt water overdose, and 2 persons eventually passed on from that incident. And before I go further, I'd like to be sharing this fact with you. The benefit is only seen in people who are severely ill with COVID-19. And what that means is that it's either you are currently on ventilators or you're using artificial oxygen in the hospital. And it's not observed in people with milder diseases. It's not used for prevention, and it must be used in low doses. I won't be going into details on the mechanism of action of dexamethasone, but what I feel like is very important for me to let the general public know is the side effects of dexamethasone in long-term usage. Dexamethasone is an artificial steroid, and one of the major things that we see with this steroid is something that is called Cushing's Habitus, and it is characterized by a buffalo hump, a moon-shaped face, and a fish mouth. Now let me explain this to you. Dexamethasone causes a total redistribution of fat. So a lot of fat in your body is going to start to be deposited around your trunk area. So you come down with a truncal obesity, and a lot of fat will be deposited here. That's what is going to cause that buffalo hump. And a lot of fat will be deposited on your face. That's what will cause the moon-shaped face, and it will also narrow your mouth. That's how you come down with a fish mouth with relatively thin limbs. That's what Cushing's Habitus is about. But there are so many other side effects that are tied with the use of steroids. You may come down with a very fragile skin, and funny looking purple stretch marks will be typically in your thighs and in your lower abdomen. You find out that your skin begins to get bruised really easily. There is delayed healing of wounds and even surgical incisions. People that have peptic ulcer may experience an exacerbation of their symptoms, and for the children it can cause growth retardation, while for the elderly, long-term usage can make them come down with osteoporosis. So this is a drug with very grave side effects, and even when a doctor prescribes it, there is a lot of care, caution, and thought that must have gone into that prescription. Now, we are being told that the people who are worst hit by coronavirus are people who are living with hypertension, diabetes, and things that are along that line. That's why it's important for me to make this clear that dexamethasone is contraindicated in diabetes and hypertension, unless when it's a matter of life and death, then the doctor can decide to go the extra mile to prescribe that drug. Because the thing about dexamethasone is that it worsens the symptoms of hypertension and diabetes. Because as a diabetic patient, you're taking insulin for you to lower your blood sugar, but one of the effects of these steroids is that they are going to be increasing your blood sugar steadily. So it's busy marking out the effects of what you are doing. Now, if you're hypertensive, you're taking certain drugs that make you pee more so that you can reduce your fluid and reduce your blood pressure. But when you take some of these steroids, they go about causing serious fluid retention. So you're trying to take out fluid and your body is dragging back the fluids. You're being advised as hypertensive to avoid things like salt. Remember that salt is sodium chloride. These steroids are going to cause retention of sodium. So you're taking drugs to prevent something and you're reintroducing it back into your system through a drug, unless it's a matter of life and death. People that are hypertensive and diabetic should really avoid this drug. There is already serious panic, and I can imagine that there are the people who will want to try out every single thing that they say works. So thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to share this post with your family and your friends. There is love in sharing, and sharing is caring. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my page on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram. Have a nice day.